And we are live. What up, players? Welcome to what episode is it? 60. It is episode 60. What? 60. Oh, 76. God damn. 76 of Player Life. So it is, what day is today? I'm lost today. I'm like kind of hazy today. It is Monday, 8th of March. Good day all the same. Good day all the same. I had a very nice day, guys. I'm living a dream out here in Japan. Like it's so funny. I mean, it's just so nice. It's just great. Like women out here are still super feminine, super hot. Everything's we can go outside our houses without having to social distance. All the bars, cafes, restaurants, they're all still open. It's funny whenever sometimes I post something on Facebook just to kind of trigger people. Not even just to trigger, just to spit some fact, like some like just observable fact about, I usually, whenever I post on Facebook, I usually criticize what's going on in my home country, Ireland, because Ireland is such an embarrassment of a country right now, and it really sickens me. But I don't even post stuff there just to get likes or get like any support. I post on Facebook because I know everyone pretty much. I don't everyone that I had as a friend on Facebook is pretty much like from way back in the day. I don't think I have any. I wouldn't really call anyone that I have on Facebook any um, genuine friends, but I post there to kind of trigger people, because I know they're so blinded by basically they're such sheep, and they follow all this the mainstream narrative. And I post things, and you always get these like blue pill people in the replies saying, "Oh, you're always, just basically giving me shit for calling out observable realities." And I'm just like, okay, just keep enjoying, keep doing your thing, keep on, believing what you believe in the mainstream, and being terrified to go outside, and I'll just enjoy life out here in Japan. um it's just so funny how cocked people are. So pathetic, so pathetic. I mean, it really boils my piss when I see what has become of Ireland. It has turned into such a real such a dump, such a globalist dump. Um, it's ironic because Ireland used to have an image of, kind of have a rebellious image of, like, we had that for a long time, but it's so far from the truth right now. It's like the least rebellious place. Like it's I've said this many times before, but it's like California. Like a California, a shit with shitty weather. It's like a democratic ran state, but with really shitty weather. I mean, there's things I love about Ireland, but the politics, the new generation of Irish people, they're such wet wipes. They're such pussies. Such a bunch of wimps. Um, Obviously not everyone, but like, gotta be honest, like the majority of people. Feel bad for people who are like, it would be a real tough place to be RP aware in Ireland. It'd be really tough. Um, let me see. So I don't know. It's just I saw there was a funny. Oh yeah, so no, I'll talk a bit more about it today. So I had a date with a nice half Japanese Korean girl. Um, they always call themselves like, you know, if they're mixed, they'll be like they'll just tell everyone that they're half or they're mixed. It's because Japan is so homogenous as a country. Like most people are, you know, they're for generations. Their family were born in, in Japan. So even if even if their great grandparents were born in another country, say Korea, they'll say like, "Oh yeah, I'm half. I'm not full Japanese." But anyway, this girl, I met this girl on Bumble, man. It's just making me a lazy shit. I need to get rid of Bumble because it's too good. It's too good. But you know, it's funny though. Like I mean, the I'll match with like 95% like over post wall kind of, but then I'll match with like 5% like these like 20, 21 year olds, sometimes even like 19, 18, 19. It's weird. I don't know why. I don't get like the in betweens. I don't get the like 25-year olds. I don't know what's up. I don't know. Um I don't know what that's about. I'd love to know. I don't know if is it something to do with the algorithm? Is it just something? Is it something about my photos? Well, I wonder what it is. But I'm not really complaining because I would rather the 20, 21, 22 year olds over the mid 20s. But anywhere in the early 20s is a good thing. But Javier Joseph, what is up, my man? What is good? Hope you're well. I hope you had a good weekend because I had a very good start to the Monday here in Tokyo. Um, so yeah, she was a really sweet, very feminine, 20-year-old Japanese girl, half. Yeah, her grandmother was Korean, so but yes, so she, I, I do the usual, It's not a complicated thing, I just arrange, I match with them on Bumble, I have a short conversation, get them to another messaging app as soon as possible. And, just arrange the date. And when they like you, when they dig your style, it shouldn't be a problem. And it's like you just arranged a coffee date, and it's just so easy. It's just like the blueprints are down pat. Um, and yeah, so she met her, and we had a coffee, and as usual, like I always say, I don't mention. I just pretty much let's go for a walk. I walked them back to my house, and she had a little bit of pretend last bit of resistance when I got to outside my apartment. I said, "Oh, let's go and chill in my apartment." She's like, "No way," and she was like, "I was like, are you sure?" And she just followed me in. But long story short, we had a good time, very good time, very sweet, sexy, cute girl. Um, Javier says, "You saw the Fresh and Fit." Yes, I did. I saw the Fresh and Fit. It was I actually I listened to the whole thing. Then I listened to I actually listened to the Kevin Samuels part twice because it was so good. It was so good. It was just such a satisfying deconstruction of feminism. Like it was just very they had that Amanda bitch, like, man, it's so crazy because she is like the she's not the exception in terms of Western. She's like the stereotypical Western woman, in my opinion. Like she is the Karen of she's just like such a Karen in the making. Well, she already is a Karen. I mean, I think she was like 31 years old, but she was just like seriously insufferable, like such ignorant levels of confidence. Like she just doesn't get it. Super emotional, super aggressive, just delusional about her SMV. 31 years old. It's over. It's over for her. She thinks she's hot shit. She thought she was in the top 1% of women. There's no 31-year-old on planet Earth that is it's an oxymoron to say a 31-year-old is the top percent of women, because they're not. They no, even if they're still super hot, they're not the top 1% of women, because the top 1% of women are between 18 and 23, let's say, because youth and beauty. Like even if that Amanda chick she wasn't even hot, but if she was, I mean, you know, still she could not be in the top 1%, because she has aged. She's 31 years old. Men do not find 31-year-old women to be top percenters. Like I said, even if they're still super hot, they cannot possibly be uh, top 1%ers, because they're past it. When a woman is 31 years old, she cannot be a top 1%er. It's impossible. I don't care how hot she still is when she's 31 years old. She's just past it. She is not like it's just not possible. Like there's such a huge difference, like between a 21-year-old and a 31-year-old. Like especially Western women. God damn. I mean, men care about youth, beauty, and personality. That's about it. Don't give a goddamn shit about their their university degree, how much they earn, this, that, and the other. It's all, yeah, it's not really that important. It's really not. Like I said before, even if the woman does earn a lot of money, she's not. Women don't share what they have. Men share. Men are expected to provide. So as Kevin Samuels said, with unbelievable, like he's a beast. I cannot believe I was not familiar with that guy um before, but I know I'll be familiar with him now. But he said women want a man that is traditional, but women are not traditional themselves. So women still want that like 1950s, like provider, home husband, not home husband, but provider, worker, does all the traditional roles. But women want to be these fucking like progressive feminists, like communist kind of, like just like head wreckers, like what do they bring to the table? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Like I said, even if they do earn a lot of money, they're not going to share it. Women don't share shit. Like, let's be honest, women are stingy as fuck. Like they are fucking stingy. Like they just pretty much spend the money on themselves. um and it is what it is. It is what it is. I mean, there's no point in even. That's just female nature. It is just female nature. Um, Problematic says that youthful look can't be replicated at 30, no matter how hard they try. That's 100%. They cannot be. It cannot be replicated. It's a harsh fact of life. It's going to be insane to see the absolute tsunami of childless spinster women in Western, all across the Western world. It's going to be, it's never happened before. Who knows what's going to happen? Like, what is going to happen when there are millions and millions of single post-war, childless, like women? It's happening right now. Like, I'm 32 years old. Like, I've said this before. Like, all the women, all the chicks I grew up with, most, like vast majority of them do not have any kids or any most of them don't even have boyfriends, or like certainly most of them are not married. um so it's just going to be. And even Javier's Javier, your generation, They're going to be worse. Generation X or Z, is it called? They're going to be like even more delusional because they're getting fed this propaganda just even hard, more like in like stronger doses. They're getting it like nonstop from all these like social media outlets, and they're just being bombarded with it. And they're gonna be worse. They're gonna be way worse than the millennial chicks that are my age, and chicks that are my age, like they're vast majority of them are they've missed the boat and they don't even realize it. It's such mental delusion. It's just crazy. Like if a woman is 32 years old and she's still single, she is like so late. Like that ship is sailing. It's like it's such a slim chance that she's gonna seal the deal with a dude, because it's like your eggs are already getting scrambled. They're already getting dried up, and most of them aren't even in a like they're not able to find guys that will commit to them. Uh, you know, let alone raise a child with them, or a man that will be willing to marry them. And the crazy thing is that like it is like there are guys out there that would do it, but the women's expectations are so blown out of the water. They're so overblown that these women think their value increases. See, they're comparing themselves to men. Women are still uh, comparing themselves. They think because men's value increases as they get older. This is just seriously undeniable. Like it's not up for debate. Men's value increases. It should increase. Like their value on the sexual marketplace increases up until mid to late 30s. Um, if you look after yourself reasonably well. Let's be honest, a lot of guys don't. A lot of guys like wreck themselves too, like especially in Western countries, get obese, get like hideously fat, and drink a lot, smoke a lot, uh, and also their political ideologies are pure beta, pure blue pill, so that makes it even worse. So but my point is, guys have the potential. Men have the potential to get better. It doesn't mean all men do get better. A lot of men get shittier, get fatter, and get more beta and more soy and more cucked. Um, but the fact of the matter is, women they do not their sexual market value does not increase in value. It decreases rapidly. Um, you get these like snowflakes complaining, women are more than just sexual objects. Well, we're talking about the sexual marketplace. We're talking about the dating marketplace. And if we're talking about the dating marketplace, I'm telling you, I don't give a shit who the fuck you are. Their value decreases in terms of this, dateability, marriageability, all of that, whatever else, they can increase their CV or whatever. Sure, they can get better, they can earn more or whatever. We're not talking about that. We're not talking about their job prospects. We're not talking about them improving other aspects of their life. We're talking about them being viewed as desirable partners and in the sexual marketplace, and that fucking goes down like real quick. Like, let's be honest, like women 18 to 23, they can be like, those are years when they peak out, like they're on fire, like they're like millionaires in the sexual marketplace. After that, it goes down like real fast, like like insanely fast. Like it's crazy, but they refuse to acknowledge it. uh Spinster economy is good for making money in the West. Lies are good for making money in the West. There's a lot of money to be made from blue pill comforting lies, like And I'm over it at this point. I'm like, if you can like sell this shit back to them and make a profit from it, do it. Fuck these cunts. Um, like milk these idiots for all they're worth. Like milk them, like pimp them out. Like they don't deserve any kind of sympathy because they're kind of trying to they're kind of trying to put especially straight men under the bus, trying to fucking totally, it's let me get this thing up. Um yeah, Javier says, "Yep, Mac, it's tough out there. Indeed, it is tough." Um they think that every problem is outside themselves due to their solipsism. Exactly. Yeah. Um it's solipsism on steroids. We can just call it like narcissism, really. Um, they just they want the top, the top percent guy. They want the best of the best, and that they're like, they don't understand the simple fact that we don't give a shit about your university degree or your $100,000 salary, because why not? Because you're not even gonna. First of all, that's not sexually. That doesn't like appeal to me as a man. I don't care about a woman earning money. And second of all, like you're not even. They're not even gonna share it. They're not gonna pay the bills. They're not gonna. They're not gonna do it. They're just gonna keep the money. They're gonna hoard their money. And if there's kids involved, they're still gonna look for child support. You know, it's da, 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 da. Javier says, "Get stocks and invest in things that benefit sponsors." That's a good idea. It really is. Actually really great idea. Get stocks, like make money while you're sleeping. Stocks and crypto is the way forward. You know, you can get, like, the thing about crypto and stocks is, like, you could be working in like an average paying job. But if you're smart about stocks and crypto, you can get extremely wealthy out of it. You know, um, if you invest your money smartly, god damn, there's so much potential out there. A friend of mine, what do you do? A friend of mine invested in this coin. It's called. I'm not. This is not financial advice, but let me get it. I'm going to show you. I'm not a like, guys. I'm not pretending to be any crypto expert, but let me just show you this. I just want to show you guys like how insane like the potential is for crypto. A friend of mine, he's getting into. He saw that I was into crypto from online, and uh, I told him to get on the crypto mindset course, Charlie's course, and this guy's a pretty smart guy. But let me get something up. Okay, so like I said, this is not financial advice. I am not a crypto expert, but my friend hit me up yesterday. No, it was a few days ago, and he showed me this. This is just to show you how much money you can make. So this graph shows, it's called Hodge Finance. Basically, he 127x'd his money in 2 days. So he put like eight. He bought. He really didn't buy much at all. He bought like $8 worth of this Hodge Finance. I know nothing about this coin, but I'm just telling you like the amount of potential that you can that there is in crypto and stocks. So I can't remember which day he bought, but he bought it. He put $8. He bought $8 worth. It's nothing. $8. It's like going to McDonald's, and it basically 127x. It went from like, this coin is worth like, there's like 0.000006, and then it went up to like 0.000123. So if you do the math on that, he's apparently he put in $8 and he got out like over a grand, or like well over a grand, I think like $1,300, and he's kicking himself for not putting in a little bit more, because he like, just think about that. He put in $8 and he got like $1,300 out. So it's a real shame he didn't put in a little bit more. like like $100 or something. Imagine, do the math. Imagine you put in $1,000. I mean, be insane. Like, you know what I mean? It's just like that's just like yeah, just the potential. I mean, it's really off the charts. But yeah, it's promising times. Uh, yeah, no, I saw that. Yeah, cat food and wine stocks to the moon. Absolutely. If you can invest in spinster products, yeah, go for it. Milk the system. Like we're not out here trying to like save the West. We're not out here like, oh, trying to, if I can help guys like improve their lives, improve their dating lives, that's great. But I'm not out here like trying to like save the West, because it's not you're only going to be, you know there's nothing to gain from it. There's nothing to gain from being like, oh yeah, I want like back, traditional women and all this. They're no, they're too far gone. They don't understand like reason and logic. Um, yeah. Javier says anti-aging cosmetics is going to boom in the next 10 years, guys. I'm telling you, as a makeup artist, capitalize on their delusion. On that point, I gotta share this. Gotta share this. Let me see. I don't think. Okay, here we go. Yeah, this is shocking. This is so crazy. Let me get it up. Let me get it up. Oh no. It's the wrong one. Okay.
5.
Okay, guys.
So I made my first TikTok, and I got this comment. At first, I was like, I'm not really sure how to take this at all. Do they want to see what I looked like when I was 5? Because in 1990, I was 5. And I'm like, no, that can't be it. We're not probably open with that kind of thing here. So then it dawned on me, this person thinks the same as that little bitch cashier at Ross that one day who informed me I qualified for the senior citizen discount. I'm 35. I'm 35. I understand that lots of people have found all these miracle lotions and stuff nowadays, so women look just a lot younger than they usually do. But I am not one of those women. I'm a smoker, and I go tanning. So this is 35. I want you all to be aware. So I made my first
All right,
TikTok.
guys. 35 years old. 30 goddamn 5 years old. Holy shit. Like, and these women say, the people that you never hear anyone say age is just a number more than Western women. They will say it till they're blue in the face, but age is not just a number. The people that say age is just a number have never heard of the concept death. Like, age is not just age. Age is important. Age matters, and age in terms of the sexual marketplace, age is the most important thing for women. I don't give it. It is. I'll never say it's not. Age is the most important thing. It's the even chicks that are like, let's say like honestly, let's say like a little bit ugly, like let's say below average. Even when they're young, even when they're like, when they're in their let's say 21, let's say 21, there's still going to be something attractive about them, because they'll have that youth about them. But as we saw in that TikTok video, that woman looked like 40, 49 years old. She's 35 years old. But, it's like, that's an extreme example. Like, she looked old, but like when I went back to Ireland, I was like, because I'd been in Japan for years, for like a few years before I went back. I think I was in Japan 3 years, and then I went back. It was like a massive culture shock, huge culture shock, because I just couldn't believe like when I went back. I would say I was 29, and I went back at Christmas, so I saw a lot of people, like people that I grew up with, and I just couldn't believe how old like they looked. And gotta say, like even a lot of guys too, but it's particularly the women, and it's because of the lifestyle, the partying they do, the alcohol, the cigarettes, the genetics too. Like it's not it is genetical, but on top of that, it's the lifestyle. It's like it's just that living that rough kind of unhealthy kind of just bad food, living for the weekend, kind of like just pure basic shit, like you know. Um, uh, Javier says girls have more degrees than a thermometer and think man care about an old thermometer. That's I've never heard that one. Very good. I like it. Uh, as MLD says, give to them nothing and take from them everything. Yes, exactly. And don't feel guilty about it, guys, because they will not feel guilty about taking everything from us. Not in the least. Not only do they not feel guilty about it, they they're just going for like they've just been like when women get a chance when they, you know, I think the worst thing is that the unappreciativeness of it. They don't appreciate what men do. I mean, look at the society, look at the infrastructure. It's all, you know, men have built that like through hard, like physical labor, you know. Uh, you don't, women don't lay bricks and like pour out, concrete and like get up at like 6 in the morning and, um, all, welding bridges and all this shit. Like it's all done by men, but yet they still shit on us. They still shit on us with their, women's marches and their constant like complaining. It's time. It's seriously time. I don't know how it's gotten so out of hand, like how it's gotten this far, but here we are. Uh, da, 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 da. Yeah, it's crazy. Um, Brent in the house. What is up? What is good? Hope you're well. Problematic says the whole live fast, die young thing is great until you realize you're not dead and you have your whole life ahead of you. Indeed, indeed. I mean, when you are young, you do feel like you don't really have, when you're in your teenage years and your early 20s, you don't really have you think you're going to live forever, but as you get older, yeah, you start to realize what's up. Know Your Worth says Spain is going forward with their women's march today. It's just like, what are they marching for? What is it that they're marching for? And I guarantee all the women that are on that march were like, like really pro lockdown, pure like stay home, stay the fuck home, like don't really pro like government lockdowns and all this. But as soon as it's woke and cool and trendy, oh my god, gonna post it on Instagram. Oh my god, these people are so, not promoting violence, but these people are so punchable. Oh my god, like it's just the hypocrisy is like so sickening. It's just mental. Javier says, Mac, they are marching for equal outcomes. Equal outcomes is like, yeah, just communism. What is it? Rolo Tomasi says, feminism is just another word for communism. It's just like the frilly version of communism. It's not a good idea. Yeah, and yeah, we'll sit back and enjoy the decline and milk the system. Sell them these lies. Like guys, if you can make money from it, like sell it, like, you know, like go to the march and sell like t-shirts. Like I'd go to the march and like sell like a bunch of t-shirts and then like make like, you know, if you can do it. Like I wouldn't hold it against anyone. I'd be like, yeah, just profit off them. They're all idiots. Um, Jason B says, check the last issue of Time magazine. There are 4 different covers, each of them featuring how hard different women have it, from the immigrant woman to the single mother. Um, what about, what about how hard men have it? You know, um, with the depression and suicide rates. You know, you always see women on like on social media, like, kind of like talking about depression and like how they're depressed and like all these like, and they probably are depressed, but like the reality is that the rate of suicide amongst men is so much higher than that of women. And yet feminism keeps shitting on men, just like constantly, incessantly. And honestly, I think it is part of a depopulation strategy. It is propaganda. It's a sophisticated propaganda machine, and who knows who's funding it? I don't know, like bad actors in the West, China. I don't know, but it is working because, like, like we're just not procreating in Western countries. I mean, China just recently brought back in a new policy where they're able to have more than one. I don't know when they brought it in, but they're able to have more than multiple children now. They have such a large population, like 1.4 billion people, that they had to have some like population control. But now they're back at it, like they're back, like, more, have as so they're just absolutely laughing. I mean, I follow some chicks on that I've met in Tokyo, and they're out in like, I've been following them all throughout this beer bug shit. They've been going to parties. I've seen them going to clubs. I mean, like the Western media was showing like all these like lockdowns, supposed like big, like extreme lockdowns all over China. Yet I was looking at her stories, like seeing her in clubs and stuff, like all throughout it, like, I'm like, what? So, you can't believe, don't like, I think everyone gets it in this, like, that's watching this, but you cannot believe like the shit, the absolute trash that you see on mainstream media. I don't even watch it, but I see the just the screenshots or people sharing it on social media. Like you can't miss it. I don't actually sit down and watch mainstream media, but I get the headlines because you see people posting it on Twitter or whatnot, or people mocking it, or Spark 55 says feminism is communism with a pussy as disguise. Yeah, and communism is, they're just a bunch of cowards. What a bunch of wimps. I mean, equal outcomes. Like they don't even want to work. They don't just want to take money from people that do the work. It's really infuriating. They just want equal outcomes. It's like, what about what happened about to, like, judging someone on merit? The best person for the job should get the job. Yeah. Rishi in the house. What is good? What is up, man? Hope you're well. Yeah. Problematic says it's funny because they want feminism so badly, yet that is the very thing giving them their depression. It's like, it's undeniable. Like the stats show that ever since feminism erupted in the 60s, that the depression amongst females has skyrocketed. It's just gone to the moon. Like it's just going up and up, because they are just like, they're having to do men's work. Like they're having to do shitty. They're having to work, and they still even don't have to do it. They still don't even know how bad it can get. Imagine men said, "Fuck it, right? Let's do equality. Let's do it. Let's do equal outcome. Let's have women out building, out welding." They will. They just wouldn't be able to do it. Like they just wouldn't be able to do it, and they would just suffer immensely. They would have to do all these jobs that they're just not made to do. Like all these crazy loggers. Imagine we said, like, let's get, like, 50-50 in logging. Let's get 50-50 in garbage disposal. Let's get 50-50 in plumbing. Let's get 50-50 bricklayers. Our society would just fall to shit. It would just, like, buildings would be, just wouldn't work out. But yeah. Javier says, Rolo Tomasi says the sure way to make a woman depressed is to give her everything she ever wanted. It's that's facts. Yeah, that is facts. I mean, women, and another side note is, like, if you're ever on a date and, like, a woman is questioning you, like an interview, like, stop answering her. Like, stop giving her, like, answers to you shouldn't give answers to women, like, ever. You should, yeah, I'm not saying never, but, like, if a woman is, like, asking too much, you shouldn't, like, tell her everything, because that just makes you I don't know, it makes you seem kind of weak if you keep telling a woman too much, like giving her too much, because the more you tell her, the less mystery there is. Women want the mystery. Women want that mystery. They want to be guessing about you. So I'm always like, I get women to speak when I'm on a date. I get them to speak. That was what the girl said to me today. Like, we were on a date and we were having coffee, and I'm used to because I know it works. Like, I get them to speak. I ask them questions. I find out about them. I leave my life a mystery. A lot of girls say I'm, like, mysterious, like, and that's a good thing. That's a very good thing, because, and I don't even think I'm even trying to do it anymore. I just do it naturally. I don't even realize I'm doing it, like, but I give very little away about myself. Like, they don't know about me. They don't they know some that I'm from Ireland. They know some things, but I don't talk shit about I don't, because, like I said, the more you tell them, the more they'll, like, figure you out, And I don't want them to know too much. But yeah. But it worked out well today. Yeah, let me share something else. Where is it? That's something else. There was, yeah, I was talking today about society, these corporations, society going, like, full woke. There was a tweet that I saw just earlier. Where is it? Let me find it. Okay. So let me share this screen. Let me share this. All right, this is funny. Okay, so it says Burger King, women belong in the kitchen. That is like, I believe, like, about a while ago, recently, there was something about Burger King changing their logo to, like, Burger Queen. But, like, it's interesting how these companies, like these giant companies, kind of go, like, full. I just thought to myself, is society gonna go, like, full circle woke? Like, as in, they go so woke that they go back, like, full circle back to, like, sexism. But this is a bold move by Burger King. They said, like, women belong in the kitchen, based as fuck. Oh man, it's just so funny. And it's so funny because, women have the stereo, there's that, like, women, like, lose their shit if you say, like, they belong in the kitchen, or, get back in the kitchen. They lose their shit. But ironically, the thing is, like, a lot of the major, like, the famous chefs and all this, that, and the other, they're actually males, like, Gordon Ramsay and, whatever, all the famous ones. And they all seem to be men, but I don't know. So I don't know. It's like women belong in the kitchen. Then they tried to cover their ass by saying, if they want to, of course, yet only 20% of chefs are women. We're on a mission to change the gender ratio in industry by empowering female employees with the opportunity to pursue a culinary career in Burger King. Like it's, I'm sure a lot of people aspire to be, I mean, not disparaging people for, working in Burger King or anything, but like, if you're going to be a chef, I'm sure you're going to want to like, work in a restaurant, like not a fast food uh, restaurant. Like, I mean, but it's just it's funny. I don't know. I don't know why they did that, but I kind of like it. Um, yeah. So we got all these like triggered chicks in the chat in the comments. I won't be eating at your store again. Thanks. Um, Mark Dice says, absolutely. Women not knowing how to cook is a major contributor to the decline of Western civilization. Thanks for helping point them back in the right direction, Burger King. It's pretty based. Yeah, I mean, like, it is, though. Like, I mean, yeah, but who cares? I mean, the West is fucked. Um, it is, though. I mean, you can say it till you're blue in the face, but it is true. Like it's not getting any better. I mean, I don't know how they're going to mend the the friction, the tension between men and women, and it's like it's just really something. I think something really big would need to happen. Some real like real serious economic collapse, or some like even worse, even like some really violent, like devastating war or something. Like because in order to reset. I don't see women giving up. I don't see them like just leaving all their this like feminist ideologies behind. It's gone too far. Um um yeah, I don't know. Shameful Burger King, absolutely bang out of order on Women's Day no less. On Women's Day. Oh man. The person who tweeted that's probably gonna get like fired. Um what was this? Yeah, I don't know. Cry more. um, yeah. Was this some soy boy white knight screenshotting that one? Screenshotting that one. I got the evidence. Oh my god. Uh, yeah, the guy who tweeted that's probably gonna get like fired, like because this or he'll apologize, or he or she will apologize, and you never apologize, ever apologize. You shouldn't. The less apologies, the better in any circumstance. Like I know it sounds bad, I know, but it's sometimes it's not a good idea to apologize, even if you did something wrong. Even though I will eat for 3 days from your restaurant for this tweet. I'll go to Burger. It's obviously a marketing ploy. Um, here's some cock here. The best time to delete this post was immediately after posting it. The second best time is now. Yeah, there's some like, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it's funny. I don't know. I think I'd love to see society going full circle. Um, yeah, but it is what it is. But meanwhile, in Japan, there was another thing I wanted to share. There was something else. I have to get it. Where is it? Let me check. Let me check. I don't know if I liked it. Sometimes if you don't like something, it's like it's gone. It's like impossible to find it. Oh no, here it is. Got it. Okay. This is this is a good depiction of Western society.
I'll do it, sir. Don't worry.
I love it. I love it. Oh man. Uh, honestly, I love to see it. Like honestly, I just think it's satisfying to see things like that. It's like yes, like yes. Because I'm like I'm fully on board. Like enjoy the decline. I'm just like I'm over it. Like it's like in the past it would be like it would annoy me. It's like holy crap, how did things get so bad? Like how are these women so garbage? Like how is Western society? How are these women so unfeminine? How are they so like disgusting? Uh, but you know, yeah, it's just I know it's easy for me to say over here in Japan, but I do feel bad for people living amongst it. But it's like I don't know. They have to it will get worse. But meanwhile, in Japan, let me share this. Meanwhile, we have chicks like this in Japan. Like it's so funny. Like it's you know like look how feminine she is. Look how unbelievably feminine she is. Like I know like going back to the video like where all the Karens are like fighting. I've never seen anything even remotely like close to that in amongst like Japanese people. There's been one or two times where I saw like non-nationals, and it's like they're not Japanese in Japan having like a scuffle, have a scuffle. Like I said, they weren't Japanese. The Japanese girls, I just can't even like imagine them doing that, like in a public space or anywhere. Um, you know, honestly, it's like, look at this, and this is like, there are a lot of women like there are a lot of women that are this. Look at that booty, like Jesus, like there are a lot of women that are like this in Japan. There are a lot. Like they're not like extremely rare. And they say that they criticize Asian women kind of often get like criticized for not having a booty, but you know that for me is just fine. I'll take that 7 days a week, like 365 days a year. I will take that, no problem. That is just fine by me. Um, I don't know. It's like, yeah, it's like I came over to Japan and I was thinking, I'll stay here a year. I did not intend coming over. I didn't think I would be over here for like. I didn't think I was going to be staying. I thought like a year. I'll come over see the culture. I'll go back to Ireland. It'll be all good. Get but very soon, very quickly after moving here, I was like, holy shit. There's just no way I'm not going back yet anyway. And here I am 6 years later. Like every year that goes by, it's like holy shit. I want nothing to do with that, like the West anymore. Like I don't I don't want to be a part of it. Like it's just as a straight man, like as a straight male that likes to follow, likes to follow his his biological male imperative. It's just like, would you want to leave a country where there's like average women are like this? I don't know if you would. Um, like like honestly, like the average Western woman is almost like a man compared to women like this. For me now, like if I was to go back, I'm not saying there still obviously are. There definitely still are like hot women in the like all over the world. There still are, but it's just got to do with how few and far between they are. And if they're hot, like the chances of them having like a horrifically bad entitled attitude is going to be way, 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 way higher. Like, but you can meet girls like this that like look like this, and they'll be sweet, they'll be feminine, they'll be humble. Um, that's the craziest thing. They'll actually be humble. Like they won't have the. They're just like very feminine, very cute. Oh man, can you believe it? Like, trust me, if you're like, oh, that's not my style. Like, trust me, if you got with a girl like this, she would be your style. Trust me, that's not your type. You get with a girl like that, she's gonna be your type. Like, you're gonna change your mind real quick. Like, um, that's a fact. Like, that's a fact. Like, once you get little tiny little waist, little nice little juicy booty, cute, super soft. Ah man, their skin, like, just the attention to detail too. They'll have their nails done. Oh man, real, like, you know, like honestly, you go back to like, trying to game, getting with Western women and like that are just like behaving like men. You're just not gonna have the patience for it. It's just gonna be like you're gonna be over it real soon. Um, but yeah, I don't know. You gotta do. We all got different circumstances. We all got like different things going on. But right now they'd have to drag me out of Japan. Like honestly, I'm not. If I for some reason had to leave Japan, I'd go to China or somewhere. I wouldn't go back to. I'm not going back to the. I don't want to go to any English speaking country. Um, because I don't see much difference between, and I think English speaking countries, they all pretty much have the same culture. There's the same culture going on. Uh, like it's that it's being infected basically. It's being infected real bad, real bad. Brent says, how many Japanese girls are on antidepressants? American girls are 1 in 4. I have not looked up that statistic. I have no idea. But from what I see, Japanese girls look very happy. The average Japanese girl, you see them smiling, walking around. They like shopping, like they like cooking, they like baking, they like going to the park, they like little cute dogs, like they like very sweet, feminine women. Basically, like they're not. I don't think they're not depressed, to be honest. You know, I don't think. I mean, there's an issue with depressed like salary men over here, like men because or maybe salary women too. But I mean, people overworking, but young women, I don't see much depression amongst them. Usually, they're just they're simple. They're simple. They're kind of simply minded. Like they go out, they get excited about going to a coffee shop. Japanese girls will get super excited about going to Starbucks, kind of thing. They don't have like deep like existential thoughts. I think it's like they genuinely get like going to a nice cafe and a walk in the park for a Japanese girl or going like shopping is like a really fun time for them. You know what I mean? Yeah. So Gabrielle says, I'd take those chicks 100 times over vs the alpha female chick that got roasted by Kevin Samuels. That Amanda chick was she said she thought she was a 1%er. She was, yeah, she honestly getting with that Amanda chick would is like getting with a man compared to getting with one of those like those Japanese chicks. It's literally that's how much of a difference there is. Brent says, Asia, here I come. Yeah, man, roll up to Tokyo once the travel opens up, and hopefully it does. Come over to Tokyo. We'll show you around, show you the streets. Know Your Worth says, boss bitch girls are an epidemic in the USA. Yes, indeed they are. But again, it's not only the USA. Let's be honest here. It's particularly bad in the USA, but it's just let's just call it the Western society thing. Anglosphere, English speaking countries. Yeah, America leads the pack, I would say, but it's just as bad in Ireland as well. Like boss bitches, women's marches celebrating abortion. Like yeah. Like yeah, man, the patriarchy make you sick to your stomach. Like, can you imagine? Like, can you imagine these girls think like that they're a catch, like going on like this? They think they're a fucking catch when they talk like this. It's like, and there's so many beta guys. The fucking hilarious thing is, there's a lot of guys that would be willing to put up with this shit. These beta blue pill guys, but these women think they're so like valuable. Their egos have been so inflated that they're not even willing to settle for these beta guys. These women despise the beta guys as well. The beta orbiters, the male feminists. These women hate those guys. Yeah, but and they'll end up with scrambled eggs, and that's fine by me. That is fine by me because I'm a fan of karma. I think everyone, what goes around comes around. I do believe in that. So I think you behave like an absolute dickhead for you'll get what you deserve, and that's my opinion. And let's just say, Western women as a whole, not all, let's not, yeah, but as a whole, have behaved like dickheads, absolute dickheads. Completely ungrateful for everything that and I'm not saying men are perfect. Obviously not. Like there's so much problems on men's side too, but there's obviously the blue pill beta orbiters that are just as just as bad. They're just as much our enemies as feminists are. These guys will stab you in the back. Let's get stab guys like us in the back, get us thrown under try and get us docs, try and get us thrown under the bus. But yeah. Fresh and fit in the house. What is up? I'm loving the content. I've been watching every episode. It's epic stuff. Those interviews are legendary stuff. It's good stuff. Don DeMarco. Good shit. Love it. Keep up the good work. I'm a big fan. But yeah, guys, I'm gonna call it there. I will be back tomorrow night for another episode of Player Life. As usual, like, comment, subscribe, and check out the links in the description. I will catch you guys on the flip side. Peace out. Bye bye.